So a hard-fought 3-2 win that you turned around in the second half, but can you give us your overall evaluation of today's game?
Really good game of football for the neutral. Lots of goals, could have been more. They were very good for the first 20 minutes. We weren't very good first 20 minutes. Again, similar things have happened through the season, frustrations. Quickly saw how I believed that we could hurt them, trying to get the information on. I believe the information went on. They weren't doing it. Another word at half time. Made a little tactical change because I don't believe we were landing enough punches in the final third. We were getting into the middle third quite comfortably and then not really hurting them. But second half we came out, we were a different animal, and I think we were more than value for the win. I think that the 3 goals were excellent. They were fantastic goals. Well worked goals. The first one, exactly what we talked about at half time, about how we were going to move the ball. They wanted us to go into a wide area to press and press our fullbacks. I said to keep it between our 2 centre-backs and our keeper as a third centre-back, keep in the middle of the pitch, find a spare man in midfield, get onto the last line, and that's where Fabian came in for a 1v1. So second half I thought we were really good value, really pleased again with the character to come back at, what's supposed to be one of the most difficult places to come in the league. It wasn't as noisy as I thought. I thought it would be noisier, but when we got our first goal, we silenced them. We were on top. We got a second, we got a third, and I'm just disappointed then we didn't have enough nous to finish off the game. But we finished the game with 6 lads that were 20 and under. This 4 18-year-olds on the pitch at the end of the game, away, holding on to a 3-2 lead with 7 minutes to go. What an experience that is for us. What was it? 2 HND players on the pitch. Oh, wow. What a day. What a day. Really pleased. Really good win. A game where we could have been better first half, but we were excellent second half.
There's 2 players I wanted to mention in particular. They're your 2 wide players in the second half, in Lachlan and Fabian. Fabian's probably not had as many minutes as he would have liked, but a goal and 2 assists isn't a bad impact. But can you just tell us about the roles that you asked of them today?
Well, Lox has really taken on some information that we've given him over the last probably month to 6 weeks, and it's really hit him in the last 3 games, and he's really showing what a talented lad he is. Deserves more end product from his work. I mean, he deserved, there's been a couple of good saves. He's hit woodwork. He's just getting so close. But you know what? He's pressing in the 85th minute. He's pressed from where we're stood now, pressed onto the fullback, onto the centre back, onto the keeper, and he's ended up the other side of the pitch. It's giving me kittens because now there's nobody over this side of the pitch. But that kind of attitude that he's given us today, forget the technical ability he has, which is phenomenal, what he can do with the ball. His work rate, his desire to win the ball back and do what the team need today were sensational. Fabian's job to come on was to go and attack them down the sides of their centre-backs at pace, and I think they struggled with pace. And when he did that, he was a real threat. He has been patient. He has had to wait for his opportunity. I pulled him before the game and he was 50-50 whether he was going to start. And with their fullbacks bombing forward, they're good. The idea was to use Tyler as somebody that can help double up with Harry Eden at left back. So him coming on, a bit more of a licence to break forward and cause them problems. I thought he was sensational. Really, really good. He's got to be pushing for a start, surely. Needs to have a word with the gaffer.
And just from a squad update point of view, Robbie Bunn was here but not in the squad. There was no Danny King.
Of course he was here. It's his old club, isn't it? He played here. Probably walked past his statue on the way. I didn't see him at Bishop Stortford on Saturday.
Long trip there, that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I didn't see him there. Definitely wasn't there. Yeah, that's probably why. But anyway, carry on.
And there was a few that were taken off with Knox, Alex, Aram and Max Ram. Do you have a bit of an update heading into what's a huge doubleheader at home?
No, I don't have any update. I've gone in. I screamed get in there or something like that and walk back out. So, like, I've got nothing for you at the moment. Alex, his ankle's been hurting for a while, so it's an ongoing thing that we'll have to manage, so we'll see. But delighted for him. 2 goals against a club that really didn't give him the chance he deserves, because he's unbelievable. I think that's his 8th goal of the season in 10 games. But, you know, their loss is our gain. I think they say one man's trash is another man's treasure. So, and I love him. I absolutely love him. And I'm buzzing he's got the opportunity to stand there and take that in. And he was desperate not to come off because he wanted a hat-trick. Really pleased for him. Aram, another one that rolled over his ankle but was fighting through it, and then towards the end of the game where you can probably one slip, one bad pass is going to cost us, and I thought he just was unselfish and just like, you know, I need to come off. And Max, his calf tightened in the first half, kind of got through it, but again, when we're going into the dying embers of the game, you don't really need to take those risks, and it's the trust that we've got in the young lads that, you know, you look at that team that finished the game playing step 3 football is just, and doing what they're doing is phenomenal.
And then lastly, it's a huge doubleheader, finally back at home. Feels like ages. I think it's been a month actually. What do you make to the prospect of Saturday and Monday's game?
What makes it huge?
Local derby.
We like them.
Teams in the top 6. It's quite an enticing 2 fixtures.
Okay, so the teams in the top, in the playoffs and around the playoffs, really good games. But they're all good games. Like I said, I've only seen one bad team this season, and I keep saying it, but it's going to be tough. They're all tough. It's nice to be back at home. I'm sick of travelling all around the world. But I'll take it when we beat a team like Halesowen away from home. Looking forward to it. I hope, after a fantastic performance Saturday against Bishop Stortford, after the lads really put everything into today and gave everything, it wasn't eye-catching like it was Saturday, but for different reasons it was. But the amount of effort the lads have put in today, they're going to be tired. We got walking wounded. To go 2 games in 3 days, 2 good teams in 3 days, 2 physical teams in 3 days. We're going to need all the fans. We're going to need them. We're going to need noise. We're going to need energy. We're going to need that lift to help us, because if we go and get maximum points from the weekend, by the end of the weekend, we'll be in the playoffs. There's no doubt about it, beating 2 teams above us. Let's get in the playoffs. Help us get in the playoffs.